welcome to this little mindfulness session. We're going to take a short 10-minute meditation together, and this meditation, which is often shortened to the acronym RAIN, which stands for Recognise, Acknowledge, Investigate, Nurture, is inspired by a brilliant practitioner called Tara Brach. A tiny bit about me. I'm Nikki, mum of two boisterous boys who are downstairs being looked after by someone else, hence the headset, because there's always background noise, and I live by a road right there. I'm the founder of a social business called 10 of Zen. I provide mindfulness tools and training to mums through an online Zen squad. And also I teach people how to confidently integrate mindfulness into their own wellness businesses. So that's me at 10 of Zen. And if you're up for it, let's take this 10 of Zen together now. So this one is ideal for helping us to actually manage some of those more real feelings of difficulty, stress, tension, the tougher stuff, which, let's be honest, is with every single one of us, every single day. We may just be used to numbing it, pushing it away, but this practice takes a little bit of courage because we're going to move into it and we're going to give it a massive hug. So find your comfy sit spot wherever you are today. Perhaps you're lying down, and just allow yourself to settle into this space. And kick off for me with 3 really purposeful breaths. You're almost seeing if you could take the biggest breaths you've taken all day. If it works, you can go in through the nose, out through the mouth, really trying to elongate that out breath. Taking your time, there's no rush. And one more, really allowing that out breath to be long and smooth. That's great. Now, in your own time, when you're ready, I'd like you to bring to mind a scene or situation, perhaps it's an image or a memory, where you know that you felt fearful, stressed, anxious, overwhelmed. And if you can, see if you can name that emotion, if that's available to you. What was there? What is there? Is it fear, worry, anger, anxiety? Or does it just feel in the body like tension or tightness? Perhaps you've been ruminating in some negative thoughts, falling back on some compulsive behaviours. Perhaps you've been just worrying about money or the well-being of you, your family, or others. It really takes courage to step into those scenes or situations or memories and feelings. So congratulations for doing that. And I'd like you for a moment longer to really call on your courage, finding a couple more moments to pause and just seeing if you can even gently begin to accept what's here without judgment. Perhaps you can place a hand over the heart center, Use some soothing words like, yes, it's okay, let be. Let be. Before we wrap these sensations or feelings or memories in a massive hug, I'd like you to just see what it feels like to investigate a little bit further, delving into the body. Where do you feel this most distinctly? How does this struggle play out in the body? Is it tightness, pressure, twisting, churning? Perhaps it gathers around the throat or the chest, or for me it's often the head. Headaches really over the brow. And using a few of those breaths that we started this practice with, just seeing if you can breathe. A little bit of soothing comfort, perhaps a little bit more space, right into the centre of that sensation. Taking one or two more breaths there. Really just remembering it's totally normal to perhaps feel a sense of resistance to this practice, to perhaps feel a strong sense of judgment. It's also very normal for that marvellous mind of yours to trot off into plans, the to-do list, ruminative thoughts, plans for the future. As and when you notice that marvellous mind having wandered off, our only task is to just notice and kindly invite it back to the last part of this meditation. And as promised, we're going to move to the nurture, the last step of this meditation. We just call on our caring heart. Just ask yourself, what do I need right now? What does this feeling or memory or emotion need? Does it need acceptance, love, comfort, forgiveness? We're really trying to call on our heart centre, and all that store and reserve of wisdom. And you can place a hand or two over the heart centre for this last part of the practice. What do I need right now? And sometimes it can help to perhaps try and call on a larger sense of love and support and comfort. You might just like to imagine a friend, parent, grandparent, or maybe a spiritual figure. Some people like this idea of perhaps their higher self, the person they're evolving to be. See if you can use that sense of presence to bring a bit more lightness or warmth to this nurturing part of the meditation. Can you bathe that vulnerable place in care, in kindness? Knowing that you can befriend that space because you, my friend, are also a loving being. Using the breath, the sense of light and warmth, calling for one last moment on our more awakened hearts. Close, just invite you to join me in lifting the sides of the mouth ever so slightly into a soft, half gentle smile. Just planting that last seed of softness and kindness. And in your own time, you can open your eyes, wriggle fingers, wriggle toes. Well done. Courage is key in that one, and it's really normal for stuff to come up. Some people might feel especially emotional, some people might just feel blocked and like there's a real resistance there. But the whole concept here, as I said there at the end, is about planting seeds. Unfortunately, what we resist does persist. Even the tougher stuff, the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the more we can find that sense of that awakened and opened heart to just acknowledge, notice, recognise what's here, and then layer on the love stuff, the easier in time we will find it to feel those things. So thank you so much. Wishing you all loads of wellness through this somewhat challenging time. And thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.